I don't really like the green filter with this one. Let me try it without it. Okay, so I don't think I'll use the green filter. I was going to put a green filter on it. I don't think I'll bother. Okay, so we're not in a mountain anymore. We're somewhere else. Let's see if I can pull a little more light in here. Just trying to figure out my distances. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon. I just got off 3 videos of the sides of mountains, rocks, and stones. This is for the Beyond the Imaginary Curve for Brian Austin Lambert, showing you that the nanocarbon is present. The imagery is clear. I'm going to add some contrast. I'm going to pause and add some contrast in a minute. As I was mentioning, this item that I'm doing right now is not stone. I'm not going to tell you what it is until I'm done with the first video of it. And I think I did a whole bunch of them anyway. But I gotta fix the radio too, so hold on. Okay, I put a yellow filter on. We'll see if it helps. I think I'm going to go without the filter. There's already a red filter on the camera outside. I'm losing the crispiness of the imagery, I think, with the filter right now. Yeah. Okay, we'll run without it. So I was really kind of zoomed in too much, and I kind of just wasted 4 minutes. I'm wondering if I should just start the video over, because it was too blurry. Now that I pulled back out, you see it's much cleaner. I got a lot to say. I want to talk, but I can't because I'm holding the fucking camera. And I am even trying to concentrate on my breathing. I'm trying not to even breathe too much so that I don't fucking move the camera, shake the camera all over. Let's do this. Push this a little further away. Might not have to hold it. So, you know, what we're looking at here is just like the clouds, image within image within image, face within face, if you want to be more clear about it. The only place I still have found any kind of body imagery is the moon. I'm looking hard, I'm looking deep in all these other places, and no confirmation on any body imagery other than the moon. Otherwise, it's feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. Image within image from the veil to the ground. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon is what we're up to. This is not stones and rocks like the last video. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes where we are, and then I'll make another couple more videos of these areas. What I'll say is this: the imagery is not unlimited. I've only been looking for 7 months, right? There's no such thing as infinity. This is not an infinite thing. As a matter of fact, the imagery is repeated a lot. And I've been seeing this right from day one. I have been researching so many other things that I haven't really spoken much about it. But if you go back and watch the beginning of my videos, I was saying that if you go in tight on the eyes, the noses, and the mouths of these images, then you will notice repeats. You will start to see repeats. And I was trying to convince people to patent. Oh, come the fuck on. And I'm trying to convince people to patent them. But I felt it was easier to patent on the moon with the moon imagery than with the clouds because I could not get identicals. All right. So in other words, I guess what I'm trying to build up to and make part of this video, because it's going to be coming soon, I'm going to start talking about this more, and there's a lot of evidence for this. The imagery is repeated like a motherfucker. Something to do with our biological imagery. Okay, what we look like. I'll explain it like this. Because I'm noticing the same thing with the imagery in the environment, in the trees, the clouds, the water, the fact that it's feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. Okay, so what I'm fucking phone sucks cock, fucking phone piece of shit. Distract me when I'm trying to think. Anyways, the imagery that's everywhere else that I'm showing you, this nanocarbon creates these 6 images: feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. Now, as it's creating these images, there are repeats, lots and lots of repeats. But what I'll tell you is this: I just passed a couple of them that are very familiar to me. After you look at the imagery for a while, and look at it everywhere, don't just look at it only in the clouds or only in the moon. You need to take a couple months and absorb this from the entire environment, because once you got it all in your head and all the visuals are there, then you'll be able to put it all together better. Looking for body imagery. Okay, so the copies, the repeats. So they'll have different lines in them. So let's say I see, let's see, have I ever seen this? I probably have, actually. There's a feline here. His nose is here, his lips are right here. Let me see if I can stop my stick from shaking. Okay, these lips right here, because there's thousands of images in here, so I know it's confusing. Let's see if I can get them back for you. Okay, eye here, nose here, lips here. What is it? Yep. What is it? I'm not mom, but what? Okay, tell. I'm. Yep. Okay. Shut the door. You're gonna let the cats up and down. Shut the door. I'll call her when I get call her. Fucking motherfucking can't. Uh, yeah, I'll call her. Um, Son of a fucking bitch, man. So an eye here, a nose here, a mouth here, of a feline looking thing here. Now it's image within image, so yes, there's another image here. Yes, there's this other large image with an eye, a nose, and this mouth here of this large. It's image within image. You have to be able to separate them. There are thousands of images right here in this one fucking square. I can keep zooming in on them, going in on them over and over and over. Same thing I was showing you with the clouds. Now, the colorations. This image is twin. I'm sure I've seen this particular feline, the one I'm pointing at that's looking at us this way, with this nose and this mouth right here, this cute little feline looking thing. Is it a feline or is it a rodent? Let me see. I'm saying feline because of the lips. But I'm finding there are rodents with those types of lips too. Um, I would need to see ears or motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's what it was just when you brought the car to get the tire fixed that day, most likely that's what it was. But now that you're telling me it was the back tire, then it couldn't have been, so I don't know. Well, even so, then why would it only be one lock lug missing if that was the case, you know? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't they all be, if it was rotated, the tires at all or anything, you know? So, it might have been just loose from, you know, the time that he put them on, maybe? If you don't tighten them all the way. Junk, pretty much junk. Um, those chicken patties. One had a chicken patty sandwich and two chicken patty sandwiches. The other one just wanted plain chicken. You figure out which was which. You have to guess. Huh? Alright. They're telling you stories that I abused them. I didn't abuse them. I told Olivia she had to wash her face. Oh yeah, they put the ladder in the pool with the big screw sticking out of the fucking leg of the ladder. And I saw the ladder in the pool. I'm like, no. And I ran up there and they were already jumping all over the ladder. I'm like, didn't you guys think? Why did you put the end in that had the big screw sticking out of it? I don't know. Yeah, it's, you know, leaking, yeah, whatever. Probably 30 gallons a day, probably, or something. Yeah, I know. We're supposed to be on the mission, but they're so fucking tablet brain because their mother bought them tablets and told them it's okay that live life by the tablet. Don't live life by life. So therefore, I told them all day long, you're going diving to find that hole to give them something to do. Put them in the pool for a little while, but no, they love those tablets. They love it. So that's what I'll put them on that mission in the morning. Maybe I'll wake them up early and do that. Get an early swim. Because they're supposed to be doing is putting a little ring once they find the holes, and you're going to order a patch kit, underwater patch kit. First, we got to find the holes and how big they are. So we know. Yeah. So they're going to die for Olivia wanted me to empty the whole pool. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm wasting the water. Mm-hmm. about it. Otherwise, they had a pretty boring day. Trying to get them to just take a fucking wash their face. Olivia, unbelievable, man. They seem to be good with being off the soda though, and it does seem her head is getting better. I think that, yeah, I did buy some because I was feeling sick. Felt like I needed something for my stomach that I don't know what the hell I ate, but yeah, I need something. No, I think it was the chicken again. Anytime I eat anything with meat or chicken in it, I get fucking feel like shit. So maybe it was something to do with that too, you know. And I made that chicken pot pie and yeah, it tastes good, but I'm saying I have a real my body's just not used to it anymore, you know. And every time I do, I notice the difference. Before, when I used to eat meat all the time, then it was no big deal. I wouldn't know when I was sick or not because I was always sick, so I wouldn't even have noticed, you know. Now I notice it. It's much more noticeable when I do stray off and eat something with meat or vegetable. I mean, meat or chicken or something in it. Then spaghetti sauce the day before too, you know. So it might have been just that. I don't know. Because that eggplant grinder was the other thing that I ate, but that was real good. I didn't. I don't know. It was good. It was, but I don't like them Parmesan. I would have told you not to Parmesan it, but they actually did a pretty good job on it. Yeah, it was Parmesan. Yeah, no, it was. It was definitely yeah, it was definitely Parmesan. It had sauce on it, just not a lot. That's what made it mushy. That's why it's better to get it grilled. Say you have to say no, not Parmesan, because usually eggplant is eggplant Parmesan. You have to say eggplant, no Parmesan specifically. Mm-hmm. All right. Check us in the morning. Love you too. All right. Bye. All right. So this video is already at 20 minutes. What I'm showing you around here is bushes, trees. Not even trees, just bushes laying on the ground and shit. Uh, and I'm gonna do quite a few of these videos. I'm back to talking to you. I hung up with my wife. Talking to the camera. Del, Gav, Ryan. So that's it. So you know, I just went down the line here, did some videos of landscaping. This is all um, just bushes, you know, landscape. So I can do this everywhere. Grass. There's a red filter on there. So that's why I didn't put no filter on. I just had the lens. Come on, motherfucker. Anyways, so now right here, see how I just moved to a new spot? Boom. Now, I just don't want to turn this into another 40 fucking minute video like I just did the last one. Because I want to get over to the moon. If you make it to these videos, Del, Gav, and Brian, come on, bitch. So now here's a new area. You know, I just moved the camera, and it's just as easy to go in and get the image. Anywhere you go, guys. Anywhere you go, you're going to grab it. There's a lot of things that I'm looking into and researching, okay? What I was talking about, the impurities. Brian, the reason why I'm not buying into the ice dome thing because of the impurities. There would have to be too many what you're calling impurities in order for this system that I can see with my eyes to work, and you'll be able to see with your eyes as well. Fucking unbelievable. So this is again trees, bushes. I'm looking in at bushes right now. So the imagery, being able to age things because of the things, the beastly images. That's where my mind was. Okay, there was I believe he's Japanese. He's a Japanese scientist, and he's one of the top scientists for researching sine waves and reaction to ice. There's other ones that are top notch on water, but for some reason they got water separated from ice. I'm not sure why, but the scientists seem to be going different ways, I guess, on this all. But then the same thing with the sand. The guys that are doing the experiments, you must have seen them with the kinetic sand and those experiments too. I'm sure you guys probably seen those guys. Yeah, Brian, you had one of them. That's right. Brian talks about one of them in his videos. The guy with the plasma comes down and fucking hits him. Hey, Brian, that's right. I forgot about that. So here you go again. This is going to be great for you, Brian, because you're going to be able to prove a lot of these things that were in your model. You're going to be able to prove true or false. Either way, who cares? At least you'll be able to go forward with your model further than what you were. Okay, so the imagery that's created at different decibels, at different sine waves, different sound frequencies, the different images that were created, we can see this, guys, for ourselves everywhere. So the reason why I was bringing up the Japanese guy that does ice, because he thought he was purifying the water with sound resonance, okay? And again, this comes back to having your own content. And I don't have to go to that doctor. I'm just going to mention him. I'm not going to pull up his fucking videos and do videos about it, especially because I'm not a YouTuber and I'm not going to, get into all that shit. And then the more copyright strike chances you got and all that, fuck that. There's some Japanese doctor. You can go look for yourselves and find out who he was. Just punch it in that way. Google will probably find him for you. Japanese scientist who studies ice sine waves and their ice water's reaction. Not even water's reaction, because he was an ice guy. He was studying ice. So as the ice was freezing, he was introducing sine waves to it and doing different experiments. Okay, so that dude, you can go in on his videos, right? He makes a bunch of videos of his ice, and he's showing you the purities, just like I was just doing an earlier video with Brian Austin Lambert's ice dome, and I was doing it with dirty water, unpurified water, just tap water. I don't even think I used the filtered water. So, same thing. You can go in on this ice, and when you go in it, just like I'm going in on this bushes right here. These are bushes. It's not trees. It's not the grass. Everything, has the same imagery in it. Doesn't matter. It's not the clouds, because the clouds has the same imagery too. We're not in the moon right now. I'll let you know, because the moon has the same imagery as well. Everywhere you go, it's feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. From the fucking veil to the ground. Everywhere you go. And I was laying off of doing anything on the ground. I usually don't even do as much as I'm giving you now of the ground. And I haven't even hit trees and smoke and other things like that, but I'm going to. Before your series is up, I will jump into all those as well. Because everybody needs to be able to see this at the ground level as well. But I would stay away from things that are have human interference. Not that the nanocarbon cannot overwhelm human interference, because it does. And I'll show you that as well, too, in the next few weeks. Like I was telling you before, in my garage floor, in my 3-year-old, when she was 3 years old, her paintings from school, I can show it to you all over the place. It's a lot of fun to be able to go collect this nanocarbon everywhere. And you should think of it as fun. This is the real knowledge. This is the real shit. This isn't the fake shit that we've been given all along. The fake computers, technology, and stuff it's all garbage. What you have here is the real deal. So hopefully you guys are real people. Hopefully this will pan out and it'll start going. So far, no good so far. When I look back and see the amount of reaction and everything, it's all negative reaction. Nobody goes and looks for themselves. I don't see anybody reporting on any of this stuff, going and looking for themselves. I don't see none of that happening yet. I have my hopes for a couple people, hopefully, that I did series 2 might wake up, might take a few weeks. It's turned into a long video too. Hopefully, I got you in enough. Pause it, look in on it with your phone if you want to, with your camera. You know, because I'm moving so fast, you might want to pause it and look around. Or, you know, get the swing of it and just go outside and fucking do it yourself, because all it is some bushes. You know, you can go to any bushes and do this. There's nothing special about these magic bushes. They're not magical about them. Just bushes. And again, I'm adding a filter for contrast. We have lost contrast in our eyes over the time, and we've also lost contrast in our atmosphere. So, you know, just making up for that a little bit. Alright, that's it. I'll be back.